Welcome to the Cinema 4D tutorial. In this tutorial I'll try and explain to you the basics of the Cinema 4D interface and some of its tools. To begin with, this is the main window. This is the modeling window where you'll do all your work in. To help you understand how it works, I'll just quickly create a cube. To rotate in this window, you can either press Alt or Option left mouse button and drag, or you can press on the circular arrow button and drag and rotate. To pan in this, click and drag, or if this is too complicated for you, just click on this button up here and click and drag and move it around. To zoom in and out, you just move your scroll wheel in or outwards, or you can click on this button. When you use this button though, be sure to move your mouse left, you backward. As you can see, these results a lot worse than moving left and right. If you want to see your object from multiple viewing points, you can either go up here under cameras and select maybe say right and see it from the right angle, or you can click on this button or just press your middle mouse button. The modeling window. The second window that you see here is the objects pane. This pretty much is just a list of all the objects that are in your window at one time. So if I were to make a bunch of cubes, you'd see all the cubes, and if you want to name them something else, just click on one. As you can see, it's highlighted now, and press enter or return, and then type whatever you like. This is your attributes pane. Nothing's selected, so nothing's in there. So if I select the cube, you can now see basic stuff. Its coordinates, the position, x, which is red, y, which is green, and z, which is blue. Z is the third dimension. You can see the size for x, y, and z. With an edge running through it. I'll put that back to normal. Down here you see in the standard interface the timeline and its buttons and features, the coordinates of whatever you're looking at. So if I move this, you'd see the x coordinates changed, size and rotation, and materials pane. Materials are like the textures. And then it turns blue. Some of the basic tools that you'll use are up here. This is the selection tool. What it's told to do, move. The scale button, which has a shortcut T on your keyboard. This, you can see now these switched from arrows to little cubes, and you can enlarge things. and then you rotate, which is for shortcut. So now you can drag any one of these axes to rotate it. I'll put it back to normal. You can switch between this has specifics for rendering, so if you want to say render a certain region, just click and drag, and that's rendered. And this is your quick render. Just click it and you've rendered your scene. Or the shortcut for the quick render is Command R. Does the same thing. This right here is just your basic objects that you've got. Cube, sphere, cone, whatever, even figure, if you like that. Just spleens, hypernerbs, which are just tools to work with spleens mostly. More tools. These aren't so important right now for any beginner watching this video. And then these are lights and cameras, cinematic stuff. So if I were to create a light, for example, now I have a nicely lit cube. You can see here the light also has many attributes that you can play around with, see what you want and what works best. Now, if you want to edit the cube itself, you can see I can't grab any of the edges or the points and drag them or anything. To do this, you have to press keyboard shortcut C. Possible with these three buttons, and of course there are many more editing tools under the structure menu. Now if you want to select the entire object again, instead of just selecting one side or two sides, click on this objects button, and as you can see, these kind of orange cube shape things appear, and now you can drag the entire object around. Now this is the basic Cinema 4D interface. You can change the layout of the interface up here in window, layout the certain things, or over here you can click, and then the different settings. There was modeling, animation, and then if you have body paint, these two. This is my user specific modeling interface that I just created today. You can, as you can see, make and save your own interfaces. Another very useful keyboard shortcut is pressing V on the modeling screen. If you press V, your menus from up here appear right around the mouse, wherever the mouse is. Whoops. So if I have the mouse maybe over here, here's my tools menu, functions, structure, and I can select anything really quickly. So if I really quickly need to change something, just structure, boom, I've got it. Pretty much everything in Cinema 4D has some sort of keyboard shortcut. Whether you choose to memorize them all or not, that's up to you. But another way of finding them is right to the side. There's this U and squiggly line A. What that means is U, just press U, and then this menu comes up. Don't move your mouse, and that disappears. So just press U, and then align normals A, and then you got that tool. And the same goes for structure, so you press M, and then say you want to bridge something, press B and you have the bridge tool. You can find a lot of these